Okay, hi, how's it going, YouTube? I wanted to make this video for those of you out there that have had a lot of issues with the iPhone 3G and some of the build quality issues, things like dust, dead pixels, hot pixels, light leaks. I'm sure there's a lot of others out there. Those are just ones that I've encountered. Um, Back in November 2008, I made the jump switch to AT&T from Verizon. I get no complaints about that, though. It seems a lot of people haven't had as good of an experience as I had. And I signed up with an 8 gig iPhone 3G. And everything was fine, for about 2 weeks. I didn't have any of the typical build quality issues that I see a lot of people experiencing in some of the forums. My first issue was I had the chrome bezel actually starting to separate from the back plate. So I contacted Applecare, and thankfully I have an Apple store not too far up the street from me. So I made an appointment at the Genius Bar. They took a look at it, and on the spot said, okay, we're going to replace it. But then they pulled out this kind of like generic-looking white box, and out comes what they call their refurbished phones or field replacement devices. They said everything's been on the housing side's been replaced. I actually was feeling pretty good about it at this point because you think about a refurbished unit that undergoes multiple quality controls. It's gone through the factory quality controls, then it's been reconditioned, tested again. So you think, okay, those two layers would be better than one. Well, all that glitters is not gold. I got home. Shortly thereafter, I noticed that I had light pouring through the left-hand side between the glass and the bezel. Went online. Apparently, this is a very common problem with the device, but the glimmer of hope was that there were people posting saying that they had no light leaks. So I'm thinking this isn't universal, so maybe I just got a dud. Made the appointment to go back and get a replacement device. Didn't even thinking that, I can't get this two in a row. Well, I did. Second replacement iPhone, so now we're at iPhone number 3 within 1 month of service. Same issue. Called up Applecare, explained that I was a little unhappy that I'm making these trips back and forth to get these replacement units, and they just keep giving me duds. So they said, okay, well, you go and we'll tell the manager that they are to open up enough iPhones until you find one that doesn't exhibit this issue. And thankfully, they actually did that. They opened up, I think, about 3 of them before they found one that they took into a dark room and found that it had no light leak. So I had that replacement for a while. So this is iPhone number 4. And unfortunately, I was so caught up in looking for the light leak issue that I missed some other issues, namely dust. I had dust under the screen that was collecting and growing. I noticed 1 speck, and then 2, and then 3, and they were all at the corner, bottom right-hand corner, and then they started to form on the screen. Plus, on top of that, I had a very prominent hot blue pixel that I didn't notice, plus a few others. So this thing had multiple issues. I go back to the iPhone store, and at this point, I don't even call Applecare. I just set up the Genius Bar appointment. I know the drill. They know me by first name, and that's not necessarily a good thing, though they're pretty nice about it. So they open up another refurbished unit, and right off the bat, dead on arrival. It had dust already underneath the screen, and at that point, the Apple Genius, he said that he can't open up anymore. So that was a little bit frustrating that they weren't going to help me out on the spot. So I called back Applecare, explained the situation, and that's when they gave me the option to send in the iPhone for a replacement device. Basically, it's the same process that you're going to go through if you go to the Genius Bar. It's just done by mail. It's unbelievable that if they use FedEx priority overnight shipping, it's got to cost a fortune to do this. But Apple kind of set the precedent. They want to create beautiful devices and keep their customers happy and keep their expectations very high. Well, unfortunately, that one that they sent me back, unfortunately, was the worst phone that I've ever seen. Now I'll pull it out. I received it, and this is the phone here, the replacement. And this phone, I swear to you, is probably the best example of a light leak phone you'll ever see. It has light leaking if you go into a dark room. Now I'm filming this in a bright room, so it comes out clear. But if you were to take this phone into a dark room, you would see light coming all through the side here. You have a little light speck through the earpiece. You have light shining through the headphone jack and light shining through the vibrate switch. Unbelievable. But it did correct my problem of dead pixels, hot pixels, and dust. So I guess with the refurbished unit, you trade one defect for another. Now here's why I'm making this video. I talked to a senior Apple support specialist when I called into Applecare, and I want to let you know that there is hope for one last shot at redemption if you're sick of getting these refurbished duds, as I have. Because I've seen them open up countless numbers of these at this point, and I've never seen a refurbished unit that is a functionally acceptable product, from build quality to the electronics inside. So when you call, if you're dealing with the issues that I've dealt with, ask them about option 3. See, they'll give you two options. You can go to the Apple Store. You can do the mail-in replacement swap, but that's only going to get you a refurbished unit. Option 3 allows you to replace the device with a brand new device. Not a refurbished. This is brand new, the same OEM packaging, in the cellophane device. It's going to follow the same protocols as just the typical mail-in replacement. You will have to put a $400 hold on your credit card so that they receive this dud back, which I don't know why you would keep it. And what they'll send you is this. They will send you a FedEx package that is going to contain, if we just kind of open this up here. Now, I'm not going to do an unboxing of the iPhone 3G. I'm not into that, and you can find just about every language on this planet that serves the iPhone. Someone's made an unboxing video. So there's a little air pack. And there it is. This is a brand new iPhone 3G. And if you can see, there's cellophane on this, covering this. There's no tears, no anything. And actually, I was able to talk to the sales rep. I originally bought the 8 gig and realized real quick that you run out of space with the 8 gig, especially when you have TV shows and movies, etc. I talked her into giving me the ability to pay the extra $100. It's not going to be free, but upgrade at activation price to the 16. So this is a 16 gigabyte iPhone, whereas my original, or the replacement here, is 8 gigabyte. And I can even put up the original box here. 8 gigabyte iPhone 3G. So, in summary, there is hope if you've gone through all these refurbs and you're just totally sick of the whole process. Though Apple is pretty cool about at least attempting to give you something instead of just saying, well, too bad, so sad. Try again in a few years when your contract's up. So call in the Applecare. Explain to them that you just can't deal with the refurb process anymore, and ask for option 3. Or if that rep doesn't know about it, ask to speak to a senior support specialist or supervisor, because I'm telling you, this YouTube video is proof this does exist. They will give you, and this is 2009, this isn't like it's launch week where they don't have refurbs yet. They will give you a brand new iPhone 3G as a replacement at no charge to you. Zero charge. This cost me nothing except for the extra $100 to upgrade to the 16 gig. So thanks. I hope this video helps you out. If you are successful, post something back to this video so that other people realize this, because it just kind of sucks that there's so many people out there on these forums that are just griping that they just can't get right with their replacement devices. So thanks, and take it easy.